Hi guys. I feel this is going to be weird because, well, I'll tell you, hold on. Do you guys recognize this? Do you remember when my friend Sarah got me a huge bottle of tequila for my birthday? I don't think it was last year. I think it was 2 years ago. This in my sheepy mug. We're going to be fighting the lighting this whole episode. Look at my sheepy mug. Isn't it cute? I collect hand pottery sheep mugs, and that started with this mug, and it's because I went to a fiber festival and I didn't need any yarn. Like I didn't have anything I was buying for specifically, and I'm like, well, I want to get something, so I'm gonna get this super cute mug, and it started my collection. So now I sort of collect them. I have quite a few. We're just gonna give this a stir because it's just ice and tequila in here and salt. And we all remember the salty sip. We don't want to recreate that. Whoo! Go grab your drink. Let's get started. Hi guys, Chevy Rel here. This is the Chevy Rel Stuff podcast. This setup might look a little different. Say it, don't spray it. Did anyone just see that? I spit all over. This setup may look a little different, and that is because Dan got me a new iPad for my birthday. It's weird because I have to sit way back compared to when I recorded on my phone. We'll see how it goes. This is Knitting Fiber Crochet Spinny podcast. I talk about all things fiber related as well as multiple crafts because we're multi-craftual here, just saying. The dehumidifier just kicked on for our recording. That's awesome. Don't know if you can hear that or not. I really should be drinking something Irish themed because the next time I record will be after St. Patty's Day. But I don't like Guinness and I don't like whiskey, like Jameson. So tequila's where it's at for me, folks. Dan's the whiskey drinker. Blah, blah, blah. Speaking of St. Patty's Day, do any of you celebrate that? You know that I work in a funeral home. Most of you know I work in a funeral home. And my boss is, his gig, like our gig is knitting, his gig is theater. He's been in lots of plays throughout his entire life. And he is also a director and playwright, and it's his thing. And this St. Patty's Day at the funeral home, we are having a play. It's called Flanagan's Wake. Some of you may have heard of it, but I'm really, really, really excited. It's about an Irish wake, and it's funny and sort of improv-y, and so we're looking forward to that if you're in the Fort Wayne area. Okay, so I want to say this at the beginning of the episode before my drink kicks in. Don't go anywhere, please. This will be real short. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all of the messages, emails, donations made in Olive's name, cards that you sent. You guys are amazing, and you know how to make a chick feel loved. And outside of that, Olive is, if this is your first episode, you can check out my last episode, but it's really sad. I'm not going to cry. I'm fine now. The last episode was sort of a Debbie Downer. I apologize. I know a lot of you could not watch that. I get it. I totally get it. Like, I can't watch the King Kong movie trailer. If there is like a monkey or an elephant in anything, it makes me want to cry just looking at it. So I totally understand. But at the same time, I am a person who, again, if you're new here, most of you OGs know how I am. I wear my heart on my sleeve. What you see is what you get. I'm very honest. I don't really hold back. There's no guessing with me. You all knew Olive. It wasn't like it was something that I could just pretend didn't happen. I felt like I owed it to you as the people who loved this little warrior dog, you know, that I just I needed to do it. Was there like probably 15 better ways to do it? Probably, but I wasn't really in the right mindset, and it is what it is, and it happened. And I lost some subscribers because of it, which is fine, but I also gained some. And really, like, if you're here, you're part of the clique, right? So welcome. If the last episode was your first episode, I'm so sorry. I didn't even think of that episode could potentially have been people's first episode. This is me. Like, this is it. This is what you get. That being said, if you're looking for a podcast that is a little more reserved or professional, you're not going to find it here. So thanks for stopping by. Olive was a cool little chick. I learned a lot from her. She taught me a lot of lessons, one of them being, if all of a sudden you wake up with 3 legs instead of 4, you can either wallow in your shitty hand you were dealt or keep on keeping on. So that's what we're going to do. To Olive, salute, keep on keeping on. So again, from the depths of my heart, thank you. This community really is badass, and I love all y'all. So thank you very much. All right, let's get on to the stuff, shall we? I need something to set my drink on. Fixed it. I pulled a little table thingy over. What I am wearing, this is the Boxy. I have no idea what yarn it is. This was gifted to me by Rachel. Rachel is in my knitting group. She works at Simply Socks. She was in the Sweater Weather video. For those of you, I'll try and link it if you haven't seen the Sweater Weather video yet. It's a good one. During the making of that video, when we all brought our sweaters, some sweaters went home with different people. Like that damn Susu I made went home with Diana. This was gifted to me by Rachel. Rachel is tiny, and I think that this was just too big for her. I think she said it like slid off her shoulders. It fits me perfect. So thanks, Rachel. Wore it today. I actually wear it quite a lot. I love me a good Boxy. Okay, I have an FO. Now, these are called Kirsten's Fingerless Mitts. I showed these to you on the last podcast. They are finished. They are with my magic cake ball yarn thingy from my Lost in Time shawl. They are scrappy. That's blowing out totally. The lighting's just gonna blow some stuff out. I apologize. They are like leg warmers. See how loosey-goosey they are? I love it. They are. They remind me of like 80s leg warmers, but for your arms. I was calling them scrappy because they're that magic cake. But Irene from the Ply Podcast, she calls her scrappy socks clown socks. So these are kind of like clown fingerless mitts. But I had this one done the last time. And the last time you saw these, they were in here somewhere. I forgot to show this on the last episode. Look how stinking cute this is. This is from Becky and Cheryl, 2 pearls in a pod. They gave it to me at the Sodders retreat. How cute is that? I love it so much. 2 peas in a pod. I should say, I don't normally have my nails done. I have my nails done. It's been kind of fun. Total confession. Y'all know I'm not gonna go sit in some like salon for an hour and no. These bitches are some Lee press-ons. Actually, they're not Lee press-ons. They're Kiss. I didn't know it. Like 80s press-ons are coming back, yo. They're everywhere. I saw an ad for Marmalade Nails on Instagram, and I ordered some. This is me, a tangent. I've barely started. I ordered the Marmalade Nails, that's the name brand, off an ad I saw on Instagram. And when I first saw that press-ons were being advertised, I was like, hello, did like 1988 call and want their nail? Like, really? So I Googled it. I'm like, press-ons. Like, what's happening with press-ons? Well, apparently I am way late. These started being a thing. The article that I read was summer of last year. So y'all might already know this already. I did not. I like these because they're not a huge commitment and I love them. So I ordered the Marmalade Nails. Sorry, I'm all over the place. And I hated them. But it was the kind of nail that I ordered. They like scuffed and they were all weird. Well, they have like 100% money back guarantee or exchange. So I took a picture. Seriously, they look like shit in less than 24 hours of me having them on. So I took a picture and sent them an email and said, I'm totally bummed. I have had these on for less than 24 hours. I work in an office pushing paper. It's not like I'm out, digging holes in the dirt or something. And they could not have been better customer service wise. She was amazing. Also, the packaging of the nails was awesome. The packaging, top notch. But I wanted them done for my birthday because I went to a concert my birthday weekend. My birthday was on that Monday when I recorded my last episode. Well, when I record, you know what I mean. My birthday sucked. It was real sad. So then that weekend, I kind of turned into my birthday weekend, which I'll talk about more later. I'm totally out of order here. I wanted my nails done for the concert. So I just went to Walgreens and got these. They're Kiss brand. I love them. They're amazing. I love them. Who would have ever thought that press-ons would be cool? And I don't know. Maybe they're not cool. Y'all might not think they're cool. I do, and that's really all that matters. So there. My press-ons. And these are my fingerless mitts. I forget, was I talking about something else before that? Maybe I was. I don't know. If I was, it's gone. So there's my FO number 1. I have 2 more FOs. Good grief. Jumpin' Jehoshaphat. What does that mean? Where'd that come from? Jumpin' Jehoshaphat. I want to Google it now. I have 2 more FOs, but I'm going to show you a fail. This is the fail. I'm weaving the ends in, and this happens. I have no idea what I did, but yeah, whatever. Fail. I'm just pitching it. I don't even care. Like, there was no fixing it. I don't know what I did. For you newbies, I am slowly but surely working on all 200 of these blocks. I know. It's like grand plans, right? I am currently on number 30. This was 31. Fail. These, I should say, are squares 29 and 30, which that's getting blown out, but everything's blown out. It probably doesn't help that it's on this, eh? These are still wet. I just blocked them. So I'm up to 30 out of 200 squares. And I might not make it to all 200, y'all. It just might depend on how big the blanket is. I don't really know. I haven't shown these in a while. How about I show you what 28 of these squares look like? These are 28 squares. I have them on a little shelf that sits up here after I block them. That reminds me of the Princess and the Pea. Oh, and I have the 2 peas in a pod. I could just put that. I'm being such a dork. Okay. I block them. I stack them. I put them on this little shelf up here. And just looking at them makes me happy. So even if I don't ever finish the blanket, I still just seeing all of these makes me happy. So those are my FOs. Again, that is 200 crochet blocks by Jan Eaton. Guess what's next? You got it. Whips! This is so silly that I'm even showing you, but I did want to touch base on it. It's my weekender. I don't think I worked on this the last time. I haven't worked on this very much at all. You did see the sleeves the last time. I was here. So this is all the further that I have gotten. It is doing this cute little striping thing, which I'm not mad at. I kind of like it. I am eventually going to, like halfway through, go to, it's so blown out, I'm sorry. I need to stop apologizing. It's blown out, the lighting sucks. Hello, spring. That yarn is this same yarn down here. It's going to be the rest of the sleeves. I'm thinking like elbow down, right? The main reason that I'm showing you this with such little work done on it is because I wanted to mention, I had multiple comments stating that because I mentioned, I think this is why they mentioned it as well. I mentioned that when I knit this the first time, the neck was super tight and I could barely get my head through it. So I had to rip it back and readdress the situation. Because I mentioned that, I think I got some comments from others who have knit this that also said the sleeves were very tight and that they had to rip the sleeves out and restart. I cannot stand tight sleeves. So I thought about maybe ripping that, because don't they even look little? I don't know. I thought about ripping them back and picking up enough sleeves for the neck size up, but I put it on last night, and because I had only per pattern done, I think 2 decreases, and it seemed okay. What I'm going to do, and I might be mad at myself later, I don't know. The way, and this is I'm probably giving away the secret sauce. She has you decrease every 11 rows. I just changed it to decrease every 15 rows. Because this fits me currently now, if I slow down the decrease, I'm thinking that I'll like it better because it won't be as tight. Does that make sense? I don't know. That's what I'm doing. We'll see if I like it. You know me, I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants when it comes to some things. And that is The Weekender by Andrea Mowry. Sometimes I feel bad because I repeat myself so much per episode, but I suppose everyone does that. It's a black and white picture. Hers is way baggier than mine will fit. Mine is going to fit tighter than that, I already know, unless the blocking of magic. The magic of blocking helps a sister out. That's what I'm hoping. Go blocking. Whoo, let's put some more squirt in there. It squirts. Has anyone seen that video? It's terrible. If you like completely inappropriate things and you and I are on the same level, send me a message and I'll send you that video. It's terrible. Oh, and I do have in my notes usually how much these patterns cost, if they cost anything. I forgot to mention the Fingerless Mitts pattern is free. It's Kirsten's Fingerless Mitts. It's in the show notes. The Weekender by Andrea Mowry is an $8 pattern. The yarn was Plucky Knitter. Next up is my Lights and Twigs shawl. Here again. I didn't get very much done on it, but I got a little bit, so I'll show you, right? Look, see? Slow moving. Ooh, I feel like this lighting is so much better for this than on the last video. I like it. This is gonna be amazing. I'm so excited for this. 3-ply girls are having a knit along. If you want to knit this, go over there. Chatter threads linked. I didn't get very far, but I will tell you, I have the best time knitting this. It's just you have to pay attention. You just have to pay attention. It's not hard at all. I'm taking it slow. I'm enjoying it. I choose the exact right time to knit it, and so far, I'm digging it. So it might take me a while to get it off the needles, but it makes me happy every time I work on it.
Y'all ready for this?
I have a new cast on. What? Becky from the Two Purls and a Pod podcast. This one's for you. She's making one of these as well. Some of you OGs may remember this is old school. Ninilchik Swancho. I just call it a Swancho. I'm not quite sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. It is by Caitlin Hunter. I purchased yarn for this pattern many, many moons ago. I did mention it on the podcast. I did a lot of research a very long time ago, back when I was buying the yarn for it. So here's just an example. I printed out some of the things that I liked, and I was trying to decide, and I liked this. So then I found the yarn. I bought knit picks. These are City Stroll, is that right? No, City Tweed DK. These are City, where am I getting Stroll from? Yeah, City Tweed DK. This was a maybe. So I purchased Tahitian Pearl, I want to say avocado sage, desert sage, and obsidian. And then this is Swish DK in the Marina color. So that's what I went with. I did not do, this was also Swish, I think, but I didn't do that one. So I had all my notes, and I'm looking at the pattern. This is a $7 pattern. When I busted out the yarn and the pattern to start knitting it to like swatch, I realized that I bought enough yarn for the smallest size. Well, the sizing for this pattern is, because it's like a poncho sweater thing, it's basically a poncho with arms. Like this is all one big like bat wing, kind of boxy. I really wish she had 3 sizes instead of 2. The sizing on this pattern goes as such. Extra small to medium, or large to triple X. Well, I'm like a large. And you know that I consistently knit shit too big for me. What I did, and I swatched, go me, I swatched, is it in here? I mean, I did a little pissant swatch, which I don't know where it is now. I thought it was in this bag. Of course it isn't. I did swatch though, and what I ended up doing is I went up, I'm knitting the smaller size, the extra small to medium, but I went up one, I dropped my banner. I went up 1 or 2 needle sizes. I went up 1 needle size. And so far, I am loving it and super, super addicted to it. It does look small. Dan's like, who are you knitting that for, the dog? I'm like, dude, it fits over my head just fine. Like, see, it's fine, right? Look at my little tooth. It glows in the dark. This is from Buffalo, dang it. This is where my phone's gonna come in handy. Okay, Bitter Buffalo. I didn't even have to look it up. Bitter Buffalo. She is always at the Black Swamp Spinners Market Day and Fiber Fair. That's seriously Bowling Green, Ohio. They just need to call it Black Swamp Fiber Fest or something. Like Black Swamp Spinners Market Day and Fiber Festival just doesn't roll off the tongue. You know what I'm saying? Bitter Buffalo is the name. I want to say her name's Sarah. Now I am going to look it up. It's Sarah. Woo, woo. I've bought quite a few things from her booth because I love it. It's one of my favorites when I go there. But how flippin' cute is that? It glows in the dark. I digress. I mean, this is so squishy and wonderful and awesome, and it's basically all I want to knit on. I mean, look how much I've gotten done. It's very addictive, whichever it is. Here's my floats, because everyone loves a good flash of floats, right? I have to tell you, before I started, I perused the project pages. Yes, thank you to all of those of you. I haven't done that in a long time. Thank you for all of those of you who do project pages. I know I don't do project pages, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. There was this chick. Her Ravelry handle is I wrote it down just a second. Domini Rose something like that. She did, I'll post a picture of hers. And of course, it'll be linked below, her project. She did hers in Plucky, her Swancho. How weird is that? I'm doing a Plucky sweater. She did a Plucky Swancho. In her notes, if you go into Ravelry project pages and you ever have questions, you can sort by projects that have helpful notes that other people have marked as helpful. She mentioned that if she were to do it again, she would use a technique that the Fruity Knitting podcast showed in one of their episodes as to how to catch the floats. When you're doing color work, every 5, usually people, if it's more than 5, will catch a float. Or if it's 5 or higher, I don't know, will catch the floats. And that's so when you put your fingers in, you're not like catching. We've all had that stuff that fights us, right? I mean, I have. So that's why we want to catch our floats. In the charts so far with this project, there's been 2 rows, I think, that has had like 7 stitches. So you got to catch your floats, or you should catch your floats. Not everybody follows the rules, right? And I'm basically a huge advocate of not following the rules. So if you too like to live dangerously in form of not catching your floats, have at it. I do like to catch my floats. And I went to the video, it'll be linked below. She said about the 14-minute mark is when the chick shows you how to do it. And forgive me, I don't know her name. I know she's huge. For those of you who watch Fruity Knitting, I have only seen a few of their episodes. I'm guessing they don't drink. They are very professional. I am not. But I super thank her for doing this tutorial. It is so cool. So if you're interested in a different way to catch your floats, go check out that video. I tried it and it's amazing. I can't even tell you. It was somewhere in this row that did it, in that little blip of green, and you can't even tell. I'm a fan. So I wanted to mention that. And other than that, it's a DK weight, so it's knitting up super quick. And I am addicted to color work. Like, for some reason, I love working color work charts. I don't feel, I'll hear knitters say that same thing about stripy socks. Like, they just want to get to the next stripe. They just want to get to the next stripe. I don't have that kind of love. I basically, look at me, look at what I'm doing. Good thing I don't freak out when I pull all my knitting or all of my needles. Good grief. Now, some of y'all would freak out about this, but I've been knitting long enough that I don't freak out. I just fix it. We just fix it and we move on. Here we go. There. I know I dropped some of that in there, but I'll fix it on my next round. Now, what was I talking about? I have no idea what I was talking about. Anyway, it's a DK weight. It's knitting super. Now the sun's going to be straight up in my face. Did you all see that? Look. Oh my God. I'm just prattling on and I look up and I'm like totally ghost white. Anyway, this is DK. It's going super fast. I love it. And I am assuming the next time you see it, there will be a lot done on it. I have had to basically make myself work on other things because it's the only thing I want to knit on. That's it for my projects, my FOs and my whips, all done. I was hoping that this one would be a shorter episode. I knew that I didn't get that much done. For obvious reasons, I kind of took a break. I do want to show you a couple gifts that I got because they are rad. Rad! Z, my girl Z, Zelda, you probably all know her. She's a crocheter. Her catchphrase, if you will, is Yarn is Life. And of course she sent me a koozie and sugar skulls with little yarn balls for eyes. I mean, come on. And she is Zelda NRJ3. That's where you'll find her on YouTube. She'll be linked below. She actually just put out a tutorial. Do y'all know the Quirky Monday podcast? I'm just gonna have to keep on like moving with the sun. It's that time of year. I'll take the light. I'll take the light. I'm just gonna move throughout this entire thing. Like, where's she gonna be in the next clip, in the next frame? Like, I might be someplace else. Do y'all know Caleisha from the Quirky Monday? I think she calls it a craft cast. She did a pattern for a crocheted shawl. It's called the Festive shawl, I think. Well, Z did a tutorial on it. It's a super cool shawl. It has tassels. You know how I feel about tassels. But she just posted that tutorial. So if you like that pattern and you need a little oomph as far as a tutorial goes, I'll link the video below. Z is gonna help you out. So she got me the koozie. She sent me this enamel pin because you know how I am with my enamel pins. They're always gifts. I don't buy any. Pose before hose, baby. I love Edgar Allan Poe, so it's great. Then, wait for it. All it says is custom chart. And I don't know, I haven't opened it. But it's a kit. She got me an embroidery kit. Look. Is that awesome or what? And it's so me. I mean, I don't have a hat like that. And my hair's not that long. But I definitely have the necklaces, bracelets, and middle fingers. It just says custom chart, so I don't know where she got it. But it has all of the floss in it. It even has the hoop, you guys. The hoop's in there. The fabric. Z, you're amazing. I am surrounded by amazing individuals in my world. The next thing I wanted to show you is my necklace. This, my friend Becca, who, if you follow this, she's my friend, but she is also my sister-in-law's sister-in-law. Do y'all follow that? You gotta take a drink to figure that one out. So Logan, who's my brother's girl, her brother's girl is Becca, and also her best friend and my friend. I've talked about her before. I made her the tarot box. I don't know if any of you remember that. I made a tarot box. She made me this necklace for my birthday. How flipping cool is that? That's an amethyst. That is a sun tarot card. And check this out. It's a roller ball. Do you know how long it took me to figure out what oil to put in it? How flippin' awesome is that? I'm so excited. I love it. I basically have worn it every day. So I have to tell you about my birthday. You know, like my regular birthday sucked. I started talking about this earlier. My regular birthday sucked. We all know why from the last episode. We won't rehash that. So I said the weekend was going to be my birthday. I went to a concert Saturday night. We had an absolute blast. Sunday, I was a little hungover. I know that surprises some of you. So I'm on the couch, like full disclosure. I'm on the couch. I just woke up from a 2-hour nap that Dan woke me up from. He's like, hey, your nap's turning into a sleep. I'm like, okay. So I'm laying there. I'm like checking my messages or whatever. All of a sudden the front door opens. People don't come to our house because my family, like we live far enough away that if somebody comes to our house, we know they're coming. You know what I mean? There's nobody who just drops in to our house. Especially nobody who just like walks in my front door. So I freaked mainly because of Ditto, because Ditto will jet, right? So I heard the front door open and I'm like, Dan, the dog. And he's like, what? You need to chill. I hear multiple people walking in my house, you guys. I have like bedhead, pajamas, no bra, haven't showered, hungover, just woke up from a nap. My brother, Logan, the baby, Becca, Brad, who's Logan's brother and Becca's man, and their little boy Manny all walked in. Surprise party for my birthday. I bawled. It was amazing. Had the best time. It was a huge surprise. So like my 40th birthday weekend was completely redeemed. It was amazing. They had gifts. They had a piñata. I did a, what is that? Buzz Lightyear. It was a Buzz Lightyear piñata. Totally. I hit that shit. Bunch of candy in it. It was amazing. Caden Logan got me this ring. Isn't it cool? You've probably all seen those. They're the old spoons that they bend. It was so much fun. And I got other stuff too. It was amazing and wonderful. And it just turned out to be a fabulous weekend. On to miscellaneous. Just a couple shout outs. A reminder, the last weekend in March, because I don't know when the next time I'm going to podcast is. The last weekend in March, which I think might be the 29th, is the Black Swamp Spinners Guild Market Day and Fiber Festival at the Bowling Green Fairgrounds, which it might be the Wood County Fairgrounds. It's Bowling Green, Ohio at the Wood County Fairgrounds. But it's like smack dab in the middle of Bowling Green, Ohio. So, you know, it's there. It's $1. It's a great show. Becky and Cheryl are going to be there knitting. I am hoping that I will be there. It's not a 100%, but I'm going to say it's a solid 90%. We usually go to that show because Dan's grandma also lives in Bowling Green, and we make it, you know, two birds, one stone. We get to go say hi to Grandma Dot. Planning on that. And then the first weekend in April, the 4th and the 5th, is YarnCon in Chicago. I hope to see some of you there. That's always a good time because my bestie and I, this is basically how it goes. My bestie and I are completely up to no good and Dan babysits us. This is the last thing. So we're closing up shop. This is the shortest episode I've had in a long time. Leanne and Liz from Cocktail Hour at the Coop, they answered questions, like non-fibery questions, so that you can get to know them a little better. Plus, Leanne got Liz a gift, and I apologize. I'm a jerk. Was it for Liz's birthday? Someone will have to tell me. Might be for Liz's birthday. She got her a gift, and in the gift was Cat's Cradle. I am, and this is why I'm ending with this because it's so much fun. I'm an 80s, 90s kid, so I was born in 1980, so you know, like late 80s, early 90s is when I did all that sort of thing. I don't have a partner here to do Cat's Cradle, but while Liz and Leanne were doing Cat's Cradle, the entire time they were doing it, I'm like, please do Jacob's Ladder. You got to do Jacob's Ladder. Jacob's Ladder is the other thing. Do Jacob's Ladder. They didn't do Jacob's Ladder. So now I'm a little bit OCD and my compulsion, I have to do Jacob's Ladder for you. Hi. Dan being all Irish and shit. Okay, let me try this again. It's obviously, I mean, think about it. I'm 40 years old. The last time I did this was many, many years ago. Oh, wait, is this right? Yeah. Dun, 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 Jacob's Ladder. I can still do it. Now, if I had a friend, you do this one right here, and this, and it goes right back out straight. I just had to show ya. It's such a 90s kid thing. I loved it. This is also anytime, because, you know, I'm not really big into like the whole kid thing. I'm not very good at it, you know. Anytime I'm around kids, especially little girls, I will always show them this and how to make a cootie catcher. Which, do you guys remember cootie catchers? That'll be linked below too. That was another like 90s kid thing. I totally messed that one up and made a knot. So anyway, that's it. That's all she wrote. Go 80s, 90s kids. If you're still here, thanks for hanging out. Like, thumbs up, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. And until we meet again. Babe. Baby.
Yes, my dear.
Did you ever play Cat's Cradle?
No.
Do you know how to play Cat's Cradle?
Yes.
Do it.
No.
Show them.
No.
Show them that you can do it.
No.
We gotta show them.
I don't know what to pick. You like wrap around and pick this thing and pull, and then you do something else.
Yeah. Come here, do it.
No, I don't know how to do
Not everyone saw Liz and Leanne play, so the people who don't know how to play Cat's Cradle, I need to show them.
I don't know what that means.
Come, pinch the X's.
I don't know what that means.
You pinch the X's. See the X's? You pinch the X's. No, Dan. Leave it up to you to make it naughty.
What? That?
No. The other way. Those are the X's, but you pinch... No. You pinch them in here. No. Now you're just being silly. You're an engineer. You know how to do this.
No, I don't. How do I... What do I do?
Pinch the X's in here. This way.
Like that?
Yes. And then you put them underneath. Like pick it up and put it underneath these guys.
That?
Yep. Okay, now put it up through the middle. Okay. Okay, spread. There you go. Okay. Okay, show them the X's. There's the X's. So then you pin. This is for those of you who didn't play Cat's Cradle. Oh, this is a tricky one. Okay, play. You take it from me. Cause you don't you don't know how to do this one, right?
I'm not doing any of them.
Okay, so this is tricky. See, there's no X's. So on here, you take the middle two. You pick it up with your pinky. Pick it up with your pinky. Okay, let go. And you get more X's back. See? Cat's Cradle. Dan humors me. He hates it, but he does it.